God only gives you what you're ready for. And on the rare occasions he gives you something you're not ready for, you're going to regret it. You know, I wasn't even rich till I was 27. And I think back and I thank God I wasn't rich when I was young. Because if I got rich before 27, I wouldn't be strong like I am now. And that's worth more than being rich. And I wouldn't have the lessons that I say to you on all these emergency meetings. And that's worth more than being rich. I like all the lessons I had when I was poor, because I have the poor man's lessons and the rich man's money. So if God's decided you need some more of the poor man's lessons, then that is a blessing. Ask yourself, do you deserve millions of dollars? You know you don't deserve it, and God knows you don't deserve it. And if he gave it to you, it would be a punishment. There's nothing worse than giving a person who's not ready for money. The universe is telling you there are lessons you need to learn. It's never smiles and rainbows. You do not get to wake up and scroll Twitter and make millions and smile. You have to wake up, do the right thing even though you don't feel like doing it, dedicate yourself, grind out brutal, terrible, hard labor. And if you do it the way you're supposed to do it, the lessons you will learn along the way makes money worth having. You see it all the time in Miami now, these crypto kids spending $300-400 grand on bottles in a night. Who cares? If you do manage to make a whole bunch of money, you need to invest in yourself. Because we don't give a shit about how much money you have. We care about the quality of your character as a man. That's what we care about. So ask yourself a question. If you were honest, do you want a 1% chance of making it today? Or do you want a 100% chance you're going to pull it off in 3 years from now? The intelligent people would say, well, 3 years of working, learning lessons along the way, plus a guaranteed success. I'll take the 3 years. But most of you, if offered that chance, you would take the instant gamble bet because you are so monumentally lazy that you would rather roll that dice, lose, and sit at home with no prospects, no hope, than dedicate yourself to something for a little while. The 3 years it will take you to get to the guaranteed success are not wasted. They are spent teaching you things you're going to need to know once you get there to be the man you're supposed to be anyway. Let me tell you a really universal thing that applies to all realms of life. And I just said about easy come, easy go, but that's what the crypto problem is. People are making money now so easily, they're losing scope of what money is. I grew up in a world where 10 grand got someone killed. Crypto's got it all messed up to the point now where people think 10 grand is absolutely nothing. The true wealth that you obtained from making money in the olden days were the lessons you learned as you made the money. You had to learn how to do taxes. You had to learn how to deal with the government. You had to learn how to sell to customers. You had to learn how to have staff, keep them motivated, how to sell. You would learn things. It's easy to win at anything if you're good at other things. I want to make you all feel better. If you're watching this and you didn't become a millionaire yesterday, I want to make you feel better. Because there are timelines in this multiverse where you caught that $1 million pump and you got in your car and you crashed. You could have caught that $1 million pump and somebody you love would have heard about it and got excited and tried to drive home a little bit quicker and crashed their car. And if you could then, with hindsight, be offered 2 timelines, do you want that pump with these scenarios, or do you want to ignore the pump and everyone be healthy? I know you're sitting to think, but Tate always says work, lock in. I do. But you are making a deadly mistake with this asinine conflation between perma-loss and getting wrecked and work. So this terrible FOMO, this chasing shiny objects to imagine this perfect world where you pulled off this free money from the sky that you didn't even work for. You need to get that out of your head. That negative emotion that you feel, that sadness that you feel, that should have you in the gym training harder than you've ever trained. But instead, what it has you doing is scrolling up and down Twitter, refreshing the page, hoping that's going to somehow turn back time. If God decided you didn't need to catch that pump right now, then his plan for you is for you to dedicate yourself and rain dance until you eventually catch the pump when you deserve it. Refreshing a Twitter page ain't gonna teach you. Taking the L on your chin like a man and saying, yeah, I didn't deserve that money yet.
Everything you're going through is preparing you for what you ask God for. Oh Lord, why me? You ain't the only one. Pull yourself together and quit tripping because you in the process. Because the process is necessary. You may not see it now, but when he gets you on the other side of it, you're going to see exactly why it went that way. And you're going to be okay with it.
Go through the process, because a blessing given too soon is not a blessing at all. I can give my son the car keys now, but had I given it to him when he was 5, it would not have been a blessing at all. So would I be a good father if I gave him a good thing too soon? Sometimes my goodness is proven by my ability to say not yet. I prayed to abort the process. I prayed to speed it up. I prayed that I wouldn't have to endure some things that he wanted me to endure. I was working on the destination, but he was working on me.
Life doesn't always unfold the way we plan. Sometimes we find ourselves stuck, questioning if we're moving in the right direction or frustrated by slow progress. But success isn't about instant gratification. It's about believing in the journey, embracing the challenges, and having faith that the steps you're taking today are leading to something greater. Every seed takes time to grow. You can't plant it today and expect a tree tomorrow. It requires care, patience, and unwavering belief that what's happening beneath the surface is worth the wait. This is how life works. Change happens gradually and growth requires perseverance. The road to achievement is rarely a straight line. It's filled with detours, setbacks, and moments where it feels like nothing is working. But those moments are part of the process. They're testing your commitment, teaching you resilience, and preparing you for what lies ahead. Imagine building a house. You wouldn't abandon it halfway through because it's not done yet. Instead, you'd focus on laying the foundation and trust that each brick contributes to the final masterpiece. Your goals are no different. Every small effort matters, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Sometimes it feels like others are moving faster, achieving more, or reaching their dreams ahead of you. But comparison is a trap. Their journey isn't yours. Your path is unique, and your timing is perfect for you. What you're building is meant to last, not to be rushed. It's easy to doubt when progress is slow, but progress isn't always obvious. A flower doesn't bloom overnight, yet beneath the soil, roots are growing strong. In the same way, your hard work is laying a foundation that will eventually support your success. Frustration often comes from wanting to see results too quickly, but real growth requires time. Each challenge, each failure, and each step forward is shaping you into the person capable of handling the success you're working toward. When you face obstacles, they're not there to stop you. They're there to teach you. They build your character, sharpen your focus, and remind you of why you started. These moments are not the end of your journey. They're stepping stones on your way to victory. Believing in the journey means staying committed, even when it's hard. It means taking action daily, knowing that the effort will pay off, even if it's not obvious right now. Patience isn't about waiting. It's about keeping faith while continuing to move forward. There will be days when it feels like nothing is working, when doubt creeps in and whispers that you should give up. Don't listen to that voice. Instead, remind yourself why you started. Remember the vision you have for your future and the person you're becoming through this process. Growth isn't always comfortable. It requires pushing through discomfort, facing fears, and stepping out of your comfort zone. But those moments of struggle are what transform you. They're what make you stronger, wiser, and more capable. Progress is often invisible at first. You may not see it, but every effort, every lesson, and every challenge is bringing you closer to your goal. Trust that the work you're putting in now is building momentum, even if the results haven't appeared yet. Belief is your greatest tool. When you believe in what you're doing, you create energy, motivation, and drive. That belief will carry you through the toughest days and remind you that your efforts are not in vain. Celebrate small victories along the way. Every step forward, no matter how small, is proof that you're moving closer to your dream. Acknowledge those moments and use them as fuel to keep going. Patience isn't about waiting idly. It's about working diligently while trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. Stay consistent in your efforts, and the results will follow. Setbacks are not failures. They're opportunities to learn, grow, and adjust your approach. Embrace them as part of the journey and use them to build resilience,